Personally, I really enjoy the way the game is presented. The way the story is presented, of course, is done really well. You do get a sense of them really showing how Cole got his powers. It's not just kind of like, oh, I can, jump off a roof and I can shoot thunder, but it's really something the way they show it off and what he goes through. Pretty interesting stuff.
Not unless some genius invents a car that doesn't explode when I sit in it.
Come on. He told me he was gonna leave it under a car. I figured there'd be only one. We'll never find it.
Stand back.
As if, 4 cars is so hard to look under. Hey, there it is.
Oh, hellacious! Hell, I didn't know you could do something like that.
Yeah, me neither. There was this surge.
Hey, man, you don't look so hot.
Trained all of a sudden. Hang on a sec.
So yeah, in the game, when you're starting to, take a lot of damage and get close to death, the screen pretty much kind of goes really dark and you see blood spatters all around, which is a pretty cool element there.
Did you see that?
You can recharge your powers and your health through any, electrical source, pretty much.
I can feel the
Anything that's hooked up to the city's
almost like I'm being
power.
healed by it.
And by pressing, by tapping in the left analog stick, you can see all the different sources of electricity where you can heal yourself. So everything kind of lights up. So lampposts, telephone, booths, cars, etc. So there's definitely quite a bit of places to heal. But don't worry, the game is still pretty challenging as it is.
Now I'm jumping off of buildings, frying the junk on Zeke's roof.
You jumped off a building. What were you thinking?
As you can see, huge crowds of people running towards where the supplies were dropped off, which is pretty cool. It kind of, like I said before, the city is living. The game does feature a few weird moments here and there. You do get some glitches and weird situations, like, this person just lying down here hopeless. Well, you do get to heal or drain people's energy, so that's further in the game. I can walk up to the person and heal them and get good karma, and or drain their life, tap them type of thing to heal myself. Which leads me to saying the game does feature a good versus evil type of story. So it does, you can easily get 2 playthroughs through the game, which is awesome. Some people are saying you can probably put in 15 to 20 hours depending on how much you do for each of the playthroughs. So yeah, just I gotta grab the crate from the top there. So you get to see the platforming element of the game, which is done really in a really simple way. So yeah, with the good versus evil, you also see the situation here. The crates there at the top. Oops. The crates at the top of the statue, and I gotta drop it down to the people, and then you'll get to see I can either try to keep it all for myself, or share it with everyone else to get good karma. So I just gotta shoot that down here, and the crate comes down.
Damn, too late. That's where I caught my first sight. The Reapers. Before the blast, they were just a bunch of junkies dealing drugs. Now, they own the Neon District. Taking whatever they want. That changes today.
So here you have your first encounter. Have to take down the Reapers. Just jump down. Pressing square does like a gigantic, area of effect blast, which is always a lot of fun. And try to take these guys out. There's a lot of different powers you can unlock through the game, either by doing side quests or through story missions, and each different power has different upgrades. And the powers also range from like good and versus evil powers. So certain powers you can only get if you're a good guy, certain powers you can only get if you're a bad guy, which definitely adds a lot of replay value to this game. Because each time you play, you can get a totally different experience, not just from the story and the way things unfold, but also from your character development as far as superpowers go. And they're telling me to use a shockwave here. You hold L1, press X. Now here's our first good versus evil moment.
Maybe longer. But if I fry a couple people in the crowd, the rest will run away. The food will be all ours. Some of these guys might starve.
Anyway, on my playthrough that I'm doing right now, I am a good guy, but here I'll just, you know, do a bad element. Zap a few of these guys. So evil act reinforces your evil rep. Yeah, so on the top left that's pretty much your whole meter. There you have your health, you have your go trophy, and then you have your good versus evil karma meter as well.
Still, it'll keep us in vittles for a long time.
Hey, Trish.
What's wrong with you? People are starving, and you're stealing the only food they've seen in days?
I did it for us. To make sure we're taken care of.
I don't get you sometimes.
Take a look at this Sapphire City. The footage you're seeing was taken by security camera near
Hey,
Ground
Cole!
Zero.
You're up on the big screen.
Our city, our lives. Someone from your family died? Well, now you know who to blame. If you know anything about
So yeah, so those guys, you know, spreading. Cole doesn't really know what's happening, how he got these powers, but this guy somehow got footage showing off, you know, that you're the bad guy.
Ever been called a terrorist? All I remember from that day is going to work and then running for my life. That video, though. How'd I get that package? Why would I deliver a bomb? For who? Regardless, the consequences are everywhere. Whatever there'd been between Trish and me was gone. She didn't say a word, no emotion, nothing, just walked away. By then, people nearby were starting to recognize me. It was gonna get ugly. Even Zeke was giving me weird looks. He and I made quick plans to meet up at Stampton Bridge. Try to get out of town. Just hope he shows. Because right now, I'm a little short on friends.
So yeah, so here you get experience for completing missions, and you know, these are all the powers here at the top. A lot of them are still locked. Anyway, just, you know, does have a lot of powers, different ways to upgrade them. So let's I take my regular lightning bolt here on my evil side. I can add, let's say when I defeat enemies, you have a chance of triggering electric explosions before they die. So I just purchased that. Another thing, when you're evil, your lightning's red, and when you're good, your lightning's blue, which is another cool touch. And the more evil you are, you'll kind of see the change in appearance for your guy. Anyway, so these guys now think I'm a bad guy, so, you know, screw you guys. My food. You get electrical powers. You can do whatever the hell you want. Anyway, so that's pretty much the game. It is open world. This is the first city, first part of the city. This is second and third here. Definitely a lot of exploration, a lot of collectibles, a lot of hidden items as well to collect. Definitely a lot of time you can spend in this game. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, just comment on the game, drop me a shout, and thanks for joining me today. And maybe next time I'll be actually reviewing this game, giving you further details on it, probably in a week's time, once I actually get to beat it. Thanks for watching Play With No Hands quick look at inFamous, and have yourself a good one. Bye bye.